Where do I even begin? As Little Big Planet fans, you may know that the servers for Little Big Planet 3 on the PS4 just came back online, but it came at a seriously massive detrimental cost. Basically, the Little Big Planet 1, Little Big Planet 2, Little Big Planet 3 on the PS3, and Little Big Planet Vita servers all were shut down permanently. And it's crazy to think that this has happened. You know, it's such a huge chunk of Little Big Planet that's now essentially gone. It's just crazy that we now live in a world where we can no longer hop on those games and play with our pals anymore. It's just gone. And yeah, sure, you can still pop the disc in and go play them on your PS3, but you know, it's not the same anymore when a huge chunk of those games are now essentially just gone. You know, Little Big Planet 1 and 2 in particular, you know, those games are what the series were built upon. You know, those two games are what people consider to be the best in the series, and you know, yeah, I agree with that. You know, especially Little Big Planet 2. You know, that game is undoubtedly the best in the series. And Little Big Planet, the original, without that we wouldn't even have this series. You know, it's crazy to think that they're gone. And Little Big Planet Vita too, you know, to a lesser extent. I know some people might still play that. I don't know. I never played it personally. And obviously Little Big Planet 3 on the PS3 is gone, but you know, that's not too bad. I mean, we still got the PS4 version, but something a lot of people won't realise is that even now, in 2021, people don't have a PS4 and they still play on their PS3s. And you know, if they're fans of Little Big Planet, they essentially can't play these games online anymore. They're locked out. You know, they can't play online with their friends anymore. It's kind of crazy to think. And you know, if you ever wanted to like go back on Little Big Planet 2 or Little Big Planet 1 with your friends, you can't do that anymore. I mean, gladly, sure, I mean, luckily all the levels that were published on those two games, you know, you can still play them on the PS4 on Little Big Planet 3, but the fact that those games cannot be played online anymore, it is essentially the end of an era in a way. You know, it's just, I don't even know how to feel about the matter. You know, it's a huge chunk of so many people's, you know, childhood, mine in particular, that are now just gone. You know, these games for many of us were our childhood. You know, all the memories. You know, we've made, I'm sure a lot of you have made many memories on there. I know I have, and met so many people. I know I have, and even now, you know, I still speak to some of those people. You know, some of them are really close friends of mine. It's just crazy to think that this has happened. And, you know, nothing lasts forever. And part of me felt like this was going to happen. I mean, the fact that we got the Little Big Planet 3 servers back up and running is a miracle in itself. I was slowly but surely losing hope. You know, it's been months now. But, I don't know. We've lost these games, essentially, and it's mad to think. You know, I was really close to platinuming LBP1, and I can't do it anymore because I can't play with people who are not on my friends list. I can't play community levels to get those last couple of trophies. You cannot get those trophies anymore. You cannot platinum those games anymore. You know, it's mad to think, and I don't know. It's just crazy. You know, I don't even know what to say. I'm just at a loss for words. But I suppose I can, you know, go over my experiences with these games. You know, back in 2008, was it? Yeah, Little Big Planet 1 came out, and I remember sitting on the sofa with my brother, and a TV advert came on for Little Big Planet 1, and I literally said to him, "That looks boring," and he said to me, "No, that looks really good." And funnily enough, it was me who constantly kept playing it. It was him who barely even touched it. So, but I'm thankful that he got it, because, you know, I would not be sat here recording this. I wouldn't have met so many amazing people, and all these memories I've made. You know, I wouldn't have made any of those. But you know, LittleBigPlanet 1 for me, that game is just something magical. There's something about that game that, you know, the essence of it. It was amazing. You know, there's nothing out there that could possibly recapture the magic that game did. It was truly an experience. You had to be there, you know. Back in the day when you was a young kid and you got to play this game where things just seemed infinite, you know. Obviously, looking back on it, the game was very limited on what you could do, but back then, you know, you believed you could do anything you wanted, you know, create anything you wanted. And you know, I know we have dreams, but I don't think dreams captures the same magic that LittleBigPlanet did. I don't know if that's just because I'm older, you know, some people might see that differently, but for me, LittleBigPlanet just had this aura to it that was just, you just can't find in any other game. You know, just the way it was, the atmosphere of it, just everything about it was just magical. And I'll forever cherish that, you know. I mean, I don't speak to anyone that I met on that game, you know, because that was a long time ago. I mean, you gotta think, 2008, that's like, how long ago now? Like, I know it's over 10 years, but about 13 years, is it? Something like that? You know, it's been a long time. Like, I don't think people realize just how old this series actually is. But yeah, you know, you get the sequel, LittleBigPlanet 2, which in my opinion is the single-handedly greatest game in the series. Nothing can top it, you know. And that game was just amazing. You know, it's not a perfect game, but as I've said before, it's a perfect sequel. You know, it brought so much new stuff to the table, stuff that made it genuinely seem like you could do anything. And you know what? I've seen some stuff on that game that just blew my mind. I remember there was a creator that some of you may know by the name of Steve Big Guns. He made this first-person shooter demo, and it was absolutely insane. Like, some things made on that game were just outstanding, and it's that game where, you know, I met some people, and even to this day I'm still friends with them. It's crazy. You know, I've met some people on there I regret meeting, but you know, I wouldn't change any of it, you know, because it's all been a part of the experience, and that is an experience I will hold near and dear to my heart forever. It's been one hell of a ride, and it's sad to see this ride finally come to an end, but you know, maybe this was meant to happen. You know, who knows? You don't know what Sony's got in plans. You know, we got Sackboy: A Big Adventure, you know, I don't think anyone was expecting that. So this series is not dead. You know, Sony still quite clearly have interest in it, and the fact that Sumo put all this time and effort into getting the servers back up, you know, it says something. I feel like there's something in the works that we don't know about, possibly being a PS5 exclusive. Maybe it's LittleBigPlanet 4, who knows? But at the same time, I don't see them making a game that would like directly like rival Dreams, but who knows? You never know. Nothing's out of the question at this point. We'll just see where things take us, but you know, it's crazy to think this is where we are now. You know, LittleBigPlanet 3 is still alive and kicking, but you know, it's a buggy mess, and this buggy mess is now the only game we can play online, and I don't know how to feel about that. You know, a lot of the community's since moved on. I've moved on to bigger things now. You know, I mean, all of my friends have moved on now. You know, we're growing up. You know, we don't have time to play games all the time now. I don't know, a lot of people still hang around, but hey-oh, it is what it is. But I just want to say thank you to Media Molecule for creating such an amazing series. It's sad to see it end essentially. It has ended, but it hasn't. You know, we still, like I said, we still got the Little Big Planet shit. You know, but you know, the games that made this series what it is, you know, they're essentially dead now, and it's bittersweet, like I said, but the memories, the friends we made along the way, they're still there, and I'm glad to have been a part of it. I wouldn't change any of it, like I said. It's been truly magical these years, these past 13 odd years. I hope this isn't the end for Little Big Planet. I mean, like I said, I know Sackboy on the Run's a thing, but, you know, it's different in that regard. It's not like the sandbox creator like the others. It's more of an adventure game. But, you know, I feel like the Little Big Planet series isn't over, and we'll see something in the coming years, but like I said, only time will tell. But that's all I really wanted to say, honestly. Thank you, like I said again, to MM for making this magical franchise. You know, I honestly wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for that series. You know, it's introduced me to so many people, and it's just been great. So that's all I really wanted to say. And just remember those 3 little words that got etched into our brains for so long: play, create, share. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all later. Have a good one.